Who's your heart beating for? Who's your heart beating for in this life?
So in talking about your journey, I'm reminded of the image of a pyramid, where the higher up you go, the more of a base there is. So as the higher you go in your journey, whether from student to TA to teacher to nonprofit founder to administrator to board member, the higher you go, the more people that you are able to serve. Both the kids as well as the parents and the broader community. My wonder is in creating this pyramid and creating this kind of umbrella of community that you are able to serve. What are you doing, or what is it you would like to do to empower the next Amanda Friedman?
I mean, I would just say, just start somewhere. Be willing to get out there and try something, fail. I mean, the most important thing is to know that we only learn and start by failing. It's like walking and riding a bike. I mean, they're not cliches, they're facts. Nothing starts and is successful without bumps along the way. We have to practice everything we do. And so, we have to be willing to have mentors and ask for help. And honestly, let me rephrase that. We may not have mentors accessible, because I did not have a lot of people available to start certain things. Mm-hmm. And I still just wanted to get out there and try things. And there were certain things that I was mocked for and that I just wanted to do no matter what. And eventually, those things got picked up, and whether that be writing, whether that be teaching styles, whether that be anything. You have to keep doing what you believe in, and putting yourself out there, and surviving and being safe, getting yourself to a point where you can find your place, find your niche, and then be heard. And find your market or find your way to be successful, right? But your success does not come from being liked and accepted by everybody, right? It's going to come from something internal, and it's going to come from a different source. And that's a hard lesson. So embracing rejection, understanding that your hardship and your pain is actually a resource, exploring your doubt, exploring your ego, exploring your fear, really looking at those things and knowing that those things are actually going to be your success story at some point. Trusting in your later self. You asked me earlier about my current state and how that connects to myself from years ago.
Mhm.
And what a powerful question, actually, Kevin. Thank you for that. It's an interesting introspection. So wherever the next person looking for their love mission is, right, or their sense of self or their sense of future self, right, please don't be afraid of your hardship now. Embrace that. Look at what Malala has been through. Her journey, her impact came from near death. That's a really
It's a great example.
powerful truth, right? An example.
So you mentioned your definition of success, and that being an internally generated concept. Success for you is by your own terms.
Yes.
That, while that is absolutely true, and I firmly believe that, I also have a concept of when there is success in love, it's felt. When there's success in love, it's experienced, it's received. It leaves a mark. I've never known anyone who's experienced real love, ugly love, good love, happy love, sad love, long-lasting love, communal love, that was not in some way marked by having that experience. So I'm gonna ask you what's normally our closing question, but I'm gonna ask it to you in two different ways. So the first way, going to your individual definition of success in your love journey, in your love mission. What does success look like for you? When you get that, I'm sated, I've done what I set out to do. What does that success look like to you?
In context to my work, the success of Atlas and what I've created, the success is the fact that it will be able to operate and go on without me. And that took so much work. And I don't believe that actually would have even been true up until very recently. And it still needs some polishing, probably, because it's very hard to let go of what you love sometimes,
Of course.
and what you want to have your hands in so much, probably like good parenting, right? Because you want to be needed, right? It feels good to be needed. It feels good because we often define love by being needed. But when you think about love, it's by giving self-sufficiency to those you love. And so because I love my students and my staff and this beautiful entity of Atlas, I want it to be able to exist whether I'm technically there or not. And so it needs to be viable with or without me. And so I think that is the greatest success in regards to Atlas as an entity. And so
it's kind of pulling on that, if you love something, set it free. In this case, set it free is getting it to self-sufficiency.
yes.
So,
And in my personal life, you know, I would say that, you know, I hope that the people in my life all would feel and know that my love and my care for them has been authentic and honest and true, and that it's been a good and fun ride, you know.
well, you must be having premonitions, because you answered my second question before I asked it.
Oh,
So that's impressive. So there we go.
Beating for